Hey everyone, okay, so today is going to be a highlighting and contouring video. Now you've seen me do contouring and highlighting, and I like to do it all underneath the foundation, which means I put the creams all over the face, I highlight them with creams and dark creams, and then blend it over with a cream foundation or a liquid foundation. Excuse me. What I'm going to do today is show you a different way of doing it, following the same principles but slightly different. You'll see as you go along. And I'm doing it in daylight so you can see what it looks like on the skin in actual daylight. I'll go a bit heavier for the application purposes, but otherwise you'll see it as it is. I'm just going to prime the skin a little bit by putting on a tiny bit of moisturizer. Now, I've always been a really big fan of mineral makeup. I think it's wonderful stuff. So I'm going to show you a completely different way using mineral makeup, but using creams, you'll see. Bear in mind this will be more of a full coverage look, so those of you who have more things on the face that you want to hide or you conceal, this is a great way. I've also got a tan at the moment, so I'm matching it to the colour of my neck. I'm going to use the BBU palette here by Bobbi Brown, and I'm going to be taking the shade Sand to begin with, and I'm going to apply that into the centre of the forehead and just blend it into the skin, but kind of leave it in this area. This is where I want the light to be. I'm also going to go quite a heavy streak down the bridge of the nose, and I'm going to highlight the upper part of the cheekbone right here, and the same thing on the other side. Beautiful. Now all I'm really going to do with contouring is just contour down the sides of the nose. Highlighting oftentimes will take care of all of the work for you, but for this one we're just going to do it. I'm using the shade Walnut, and I'm just going to go down the sides of the nose just to really kind of emphasize it. There you go. And actually I'm going to put a touch right here on the temple area, because it'll just warm things up a little bit. Now, this is where I would normally then get a cream foundation and contour over it. You know, put the foundation over it and it blends in, gives the face dimension. I'm actually going to use a mineral foundation. I'm using the Bobbi Brown one, which is the Skin Foundation Mineral Makeup in medium dark. So I'm going to be using this over all of this work, and you'll see it all transform and morph into something quite lovely. Going to use a soft brush, and I'm going to start on the forehead, and I like to start on the outer part and then move my way over this cream so that it blends it in, but you can still see the light that is kind of there, but it's no longer glaring. Start with less and build up. I like to work on one area at a time and then kind of move away. Now, if you wanted to highlight underneath the eyes as well, you could do with some concealer as well, that foundation. Now I'm going to go onto the sides of the face. So I'm starting on the outside perimeter and then working over those areas that I've got highlighter on. So you can see it blends it in, but it gives the face dimension because the face isn't flat. And when we sometimes use a foundation all over the face, it can give a flat appearance. So buff it in, then I buff over the foundation stick. And now to finish off with whatever's left in the lid, I'm going to blend out the nose. So I'm going to start down the middle, blend it out, and then blend the sides. You'll need to blend this really, really well because you don't want any really hard lines. And as you blend down, blend out so that it's bleeding out into the rest of the face. And I've just contoured the nose for the sake of showing you contouring and highlighting. You don't have to do it, doesn't matter. Oftentimes just highlighting down the bridge of the nose will do it for you. So can you believe a second ago that I had all these lines all over the face, but now the face looks like it belongs to me, and everything is blended in, it's all morphed into one. The face has that really nice, the neck and the face and the neck match now because I've used the appropriate shade of foundation, so I'm all kind of blended into one. And now what I'm going to do is something even more shocking. I'm going to then, over this powder foundation, blend a lipstick on the cheekbones to add colour. I'm going to go back to Bobbi Brown actually. There's this big misconception that I dislike Bobbi Brown. I actually like almost all their products, just not a fan of the lavender in things. And I'm going to use two lipsticks. I'm going to use pink and I'm going to use orange. So I'm going to rub a little bit of pink onto the high points of the cheeks and then just blend them in. Because I've got a suntan, so I might as well, you know, make the best of it. And this is filming in HD, so what you see is what you get. And then I'm going to go over a little bit with the orange and just kind of work that in to give the face a bit of a glow and colour. Which is why I love my job. Contouring and highlighting can add so much dimension to the skin. It's just a wonderful thing to have, wonderful trick to be able to use. So I'm just going to buff gently over the skin again. Now, the one thing to think about is when you're using creams and you're using highlighters, there will be emolliency on the face and shine. Now what you want to do, if you want to take out some of that shine, I think some of it looks good like around here, but the inner bit I think needs to be a little bit more matte. So take a loose or pressed powder. I'm taking a pressed powder by Makeup Atelier Paris, which is their neutral anti-shine powder. And I'm just going to kind of powder right here, this inner part here, take away some of the shine. I'm also going to powder the sides of the nose and the tip and the bridge. And then I'm going to powder underneath the eye and right down here. Because then the interior part of the face is not shiny, but the rest of the face can take on that gorgeous glow. You can now take this any way you want. You can add bronzer to the perimeter of the face. You could then add perhaps some shimmer to the cheekbones or anything like that. You could then contour the lips. If you're interested in contouring the lips, the way I do it is I take a lip pencil and I draw the lips in with a lip pencil. Then I fill them in on the outer edges of the corner of the mouth, leave the centre of it completely bare and go over it with a lipstick. It gives the illusion of 3D lips. I've done a video on it. I'll put a link in the description bar. But there you go. So you've seen that you can contour in a million different ways with creams and powders. But this way, by using mineral makeup, it gives you the best of both worlds, this gorgeous glow to the skin, but you're blending in all those creams to create this wonderful kind of illusion of a face that has dimension. And I just think it looks absolutely wonderful. This is in HD, what you see is what you get, and hope you like it, hope you found it interesting, and I hope it makes you want to have a go. Don't forget to thumbs up and rate this video because it makes me very happy, and I will see you all next time. Thanks so much for your time. Bye bye.